Hello and welcome, my lovely Leos. Leo, your card in tarot is the Strength card. Let passions run wild and chaos is willing to ensue. Direct passions to tame beasts and be stronger. I just saw Black Snake moan. Talk about directing passions. It's an amazing movie. It's very hefty, but it is about directing passions and also about injured people. Very beautiful. All right, me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling with unconditional love and gratitude. And that's why I thank you now, my lovely viewers, for all your likes, your subscribes, your views, your comments. Your views alone do help the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, do hit that bell because there is always more to come. All right, my lovely Leo, what do we have above us right now? Well, on the 11th, November 11th, Monday, we have a portal day. This is a day where you can connect, 11/11 day, and remember we see that time on the clock, we make a wish, but this is about linking us to our ascendant masters and our higher spiritual guides. They are helping us to evolve, to master our own lives. So make sure you think about those themes and work through them on Monday. Check out my energy update I post tomorrow, and I'll talk about all the week's energy in greater detail. Check out last week's Mercury retrograde energy update. It was one of my favorites. Spirit was there for us 100%, delivering those messages. It made the week a lot easier for me too. So on Tuesday, the 12th, we have the Taurus full moon. Taurus is maternal and material. It's about enhancing, it's about abundance, it's expansive energy. It's represented by the bull, which is strength, stability, self-assuredness. All right, I'm looking over there because my notes are over there, but this is represented by the Six of Pence, the Taurus full moon, which is a card of extremes in its best balanced way, as it should be. It's the give and take card, the charity versus receiving card. It is a completely balanced way of giving and give and take in a relationship or a situation. It's balanced. Now, when it becomes imbalanced, we get like a Svengali, or we get like a, what do we get? Or a stage mother. And these are people who influence us in ways that we wouldn't necessarily be influenced at all if they weren't in our lives. For example, you're going to be very inspired to possibly sell out as a musician or an artist or just as anybody. Based on the energy of the full moon. It's doing what other people want us to do and direct us to do. So being a full moon, we need to do some purging. We need to release the people forcing their hands on us and trying to control our lives for us, even if it comes from a place of deep love and caring. You still cannot control somebody's life. It's the whole point of free will. And when you're trying to control somebody's life, you are absolutely messing with free will, which I think is a very great sin, because people are designed to do things that we have no concept of spiritually. All right, so Leo, this is your weekly intuitive energy and card reading through the week of November 11th through 17th, 2019. Remember, time is merely a pretense. This can be past, present, or future energies and or lessons. This is a general reading for my Leo, Sun, Moon, House, and Rising positions. Cross-watchers welcome. However, it still will not apply to all. Take the messages that resonate and leave out all the rest. And do hang around for the entirety of the reading because the messages always pop up for everyone in the middle of the reading, here, there, and everywhere. All right, I'm going to pull just what does Spirit need you to know this week from the tarot. I'm going to get the Sun, Moon, and Tarot deck. I'm going to use for advice from Spirit, and then I'm also going to pull love messages from the Cartomancy for everyone. All right, let's get going because it might take a bit. All right, Leo, what do my Leos need to know this week? Ooh, Leo. Let's see what these are. I have the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay. The Eight of Swords is being caught in something. The Seven of Swords is being caught in your mind about it. It is the deception card, but it often comes to me as a card of taking, I realize I'm caught. I'm not going to go there anymore. I'm going to take a step back, take my swords, and walk the fuck away. Because whatever this is, it binds you. Leos are the wildcat. Look at your card. There's usually a lion or a wolf on this card. Lone wolf, like getting going. Like you need to be free. You need to be the cat. You need to roam the savannah. This is you making that possible. And you're removing any deception or any caught from your life. Anything you're stuck in, you are taking that step back and working through it because you don't like what comes next. Does that make sense? Numerically speaking. When you do that, I either have a Gemini in your energy or just a straight up Lover's card with the Two of Cups. When you release yourself from this captured situation, from this, it is the theme of the week, the Six of Pentacles, the Taurus full moon. It is about releasing those who have control over our lives, who are kind of push us in directions that we don't really want to go, but maybe they have a little influence over us. That's gone. This is absolutely gone for you. That is your goal this week. Get those people out. And as soon as you do, you make room for love almost instantly. Now, you may be doing this to make room for love. You may know exactly who this connection is. Again, it could be a Gemini, but let's be honest, it is just you recognizing the other and making that spiritual connection. I'm going to go ahead and clarify the Two of Cups and the Love. That's good stuff. All right, I'm not going to clarify the Two of Cups and the Lovers. Fine, Spirit, I get the message. I'm going to clarify the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords so that we can get you out of that mess a little faster, my loves. I feel like the energy changed from the readings I did yesterday morning to the readings I did this morning already. Okay. The Emperor card in reverse with the Sun in reverse. This is that stuck energy, staying in a kingdom, not moving forward. This is not taking the action you need to take. It's remaining in a place, and it's a place of unhappiness. You need to leave somewhere or something that is, they're stealing your sunshine, my goodness. When I see that Sun in reverse and it's stealing my sunshine, think about what makes you the happiest in the world. And then think about the people who draw you away from that. And those are the people that you need to remove from your energy. I have the Three of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Fool in reverse. Okay, that's because if you remain in the sunshine, we already got this message. If you remain in a position where somebody steals your sunshine, they disable you to move forward. Of course, this Emperor could be an Aries and your energy stealing your sunshine. But it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you are not moving forward because this Aries isn't moving forward. And they're holding you down. It's a fire sign holding you down. It's not very polite either. But otherwise, you can allow this. You're allowing this. You are complicit in this in some way. Now, you're worried about the money of it. And I understand that, especially being female, it's very difficult to leave a relationship and be able to pay all the rent alone. But it's clear that your ships aren't coming in. It's clear that they're not coming in. And either that or they've come in and your money is here and you need to go. But you're not. Again, you're not. Even if you've had money come in, it's like the money came in, you put it in the bank, and you're both spending off of it when it should be your money, and you should be using it to escape or get away from a situation, or even transition in work. So when you switch jobs, it does cost money. There will be gaps in paydays and whatever that you need to be careful of. And this is that energy of, I have that money, I have those resources, but I'm not taking the action. I'm still not stepping forward. You're withholding yourself from love when you do this. This tells me the resources are there. At first I was going to say your ships weren't coming in, but Spirit said, no, the ships are there. That's why this is there. This is why you've been given a resource to get away, but you're still not. And that's because you shouldn't be exploring an adventure in this area of your reading. You're withholding yourself from this love energy, that love possibility that could come in. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card. I know I'm running out of time, but I'm going to pull a card for the Lovers and the Two of Cups just to see. Maybe two. Not four, Spirit. I'm trying too hard to, there we go. The Nine of Swords in reverse. You're afraid of rejection from this person. You're afraid it's going to be very public rejection. It's going to be a public victory for them, but it's going to be a nightmare for you. It's going to drive you nuts for the rest of your life if they reject you. Have a little less fear, because if you release yourself from this past energy, new love will come in. It may not be who you think it is. It may be this is who you think it is now, that it's a nightmare, that it drives you crazy to not be with this person. And you know there's a victory there for you both, but you're still not moving towards it because you have something to cut off first. And like I said, even if it's a work situation, they're still withholding you from your love. They're still withholding you from new love in the end. All right, advice from Spirit on this spread. Spirit, directly, what do my Leos need to know about this spread? I'm going to pull that card up because I don't want to be a full. If it's meant to be, it comes back out. It always does. It's kind of crazy, even when I've seen it. All right, now 5 of Swords in reverse. Stuck in a situation you need to get out of. You need to put down some swords here. Ooh, Princess of Swords. Princess of Swords could be an air sign in your energy, a message, but moreover, this is a message of goodbye. Spirit says cut them loose. Cut them loose to cut your burdens loose. Somebody's going to pull you into a fight, Spirit says. Somebody's going to pull you into the usual battle. Use that usual battle. They're using this usual battle to get what they want out of you. Use this usual battle to tell them it's over, to end it. This doesn't mean pick a fight. They'll do it for you. They always do. And it'll put down your burdens and you'll be able to move forward. Straight up, that's advice from Spirit. When that fight starts again, as it will, because this person is a fighter and they like to fight with you or yell at you or talk you down, and I think you've been talking back, Leo. Maybe not always, but you definitely are now. Take that time. It's time to say it's over. Just put it out there. It's over. Listen to how you're speaking to me. I can't live like this anymore. The specifics matter to stun people. And remember, if you say you're going to leave, plan on it. If you say you're going to cut somebody off, plan on it. Don't say it and then hope hope they believe your bluff and change. Don't do that. That's manipulation. You tell them the truth. And you will get pretty far, actually. The truth will, they almost can't respond with anything else. All right, love messages. I have the 4 of Swords. This is a truce. This is a resting card. It's also a stability card. It's like holding out before it's actually the card before the 5 of Swords, remember, which is a battle that Spirit has asked you to go ahead and entertain. This is you working in your energy because, hello, suddenly you have options in love. Suddenly you can pick the option you really want. This may not be a love relationship. It could be a parent relationship, like I said, with the 6 of Swords. It was a controlling relationship. Even if that person didn't have an effect on your life entirely in terms of like maybe they were a work situation or some other organization you're working with. But whatever it was, they did mess with your mind enough that when you did leave that situation, you still brought all the crap home. So this is actually double force card, resting cards. Resting because you've closed out that battle. You've closed out that situation in the prior spread as Spirit told you to do. You're going to be able to rest from it. When you are battling with somebody for a long time, no matter how much you love them or how much you want things to improve, sometimes when you step away and you maybe sleep under a different roof or in a different bed for the first time in years, it is quite worth the sleep. You realize that you've pulled that person out of your energy. It's one of the reasons why I've studied energy so clearly, is because the lightness of being that comes from releasing somebody from your energy that shouldn't be there or who has a negative influence on you. It's quite amazing. All right. The energy that'll hit you this week, okay? Of course, if you make the changes that Spirit said to make, specifically unleashing yourself from somebody who's trying to influence you or control you, you will move forward. This is the end of the dark night of the soul of burdens, which is really great because Spirit gave you advice to release your 10 of wands, your 10 of burdens, which means you're going to go through, in my readings, the dark night of the soul happens between the 10 of swords or the 10 of wands to the ace of wands or the ace of swords, and you are going to roll through that quite easily. You've suffered enough, so the dark night of the soul is probably not going to be it's going to be more telling. You'll probably cry. You'll probably go through a little bit of drama inside, but regret, because it's sadness when we separate from things or we do miss things. But it's not going to be that difficult, because you're going to come out of that within a very short time, within the same week even. And the Eight of Cups, you're going to balance your emotions. You're not going to be able to be triggered easily when this person isn't around you. I just saw this card. You're not going to be easily triggered with those around you, because you're going to have such balanced emotions from not being heckled or being pestered by this person anymore, that you're not going to have to react in ways. You're going to be able to respond. You're not going to react in ways. You're going to feel that maturity of energy again, because you don't have strings being pulled around you. Eights are all about strings being pulled, but this Eight of Hearts in the upright, it's all about the strings being pulled by yourself. Nobody has the strings. You've removed the strings. And remember, I was talking about the dark night of the soul. Come aces are telling me you have escaped that dark night of the soul. And guess what? Not only are you escaping that dark night of the soul this week, kind of coming out of it, breaking through it, but you're doing it twice on both sides. It's going to be a lot easier than you think to overcome this, especially emotionally. All right, just pull. I'm going to pull. Let's not move that. I'm going to pull one more card, a couple more cards for you, because actually I'm not. Because this is just a whole new beginning. Whole new beginning in thought, in idea, in passion, in inspiration, in divine blessings. And then with your balanced emotions, taking control of your life, walking away from what no longer serves you, walking towards what drives you. This is really great, Leo. You're going to do well. And every fear that you have about doing this, let it go, because the beauty that comes afterwards, it's pretty swift and it's pretty nice. It feels really good. This is like, I don't know how to explain this because it's in my head, but this is like new beginning, opening the shades. The sun comes in and you have the Eight of Cups. See? Ugh, nice. All right, get running on that pride. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, Leo. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, tip, or donate if the spirit moves you. And of course, if you want to book a personal reading or contact with me individually, email me at qclovers1111@gmail.com. And have a very good week, my lovely Leos.